Hello, my dears. This is the energy update for October 2021. Now, as always, I'm going to share with you what I perceive in the collective energy field, right? So globally, but also this might resonate with a lot of people on a private basis in their own lives, right? In different areas of their own lives. And the first thing I can share with you with regards to October and the frequencies that are there is a very highly charged emotional field. So my sense for October is that there will be charged emotional energies which can flare up like explosive emotions. And this will show up in the way topics will be portrayed, in the way topics will be dealt with, issues will be dealt with. There will be, my sense is, a lot of irrationality and a lot of emotionality. And you may experience this in your own life as well. So people might become very emotional, but also yourself. You may become emotionally reactive or even more reactive than to how you have been so far or how you know yourself. And you may drift into programming. You react emotionally. You just go into your unconscious or subconscious program, and afterwards you realize that this was not helpful at all and you didn't want to react that way, or it is very difficult for you to, even when you catch yourself wanting to react emotionally, to stop yourself from it. But this is what we are being invited to look at during the next couple of weeks, not to join this collective explosive emotional energy, but to actually be the calm point and the calm rock, the consistency and the air of reason. That doesn't mean not to feel your emotions. Feel what you feel, but then look at it from a broader perspective of consciousness, as in, okay, this is what I realize my little me feels right now in relation to this, that, a topic outside or something within your life, or which is still outside of you, obviously, but within your direct circle or something further away. But feel what you feel and acknowledge what you feel, and then accept what you feel without pushing against it and without pushing against that which makes you feel so negative. Because in the pushing against it, the potential for it to explode becomes bigger, obviously, and magnified. So realize what you feel with regards to any topic or situation that comes up for you. And then realize also you have the power to get into an emotional reaction now. Feeling something does not necessarily mean you have to react, right? That there's a difference. So feel what you feel and then notice, okay, I'm already feeling this. I'm already observing this. It is already here. So it's already been created. It already exists. So there's no point in pushing against it. So first of all, you take it for what it is. It is. It's happening. It is. And then feel what you feel. And in the noticing of your feelings, what you notice is this in alignment with the true me, the true self, or not? And if you recognize then it is not in alignment with who I really am, then take it in and transform that within you. In the right realization that you are more than your little self, you're more than your identification, your consciousness, and within consciousness everything can be without judgment. But if you feel something, what I observed is something is too strict, something is not loving, something is not whatever it is you experience, then you transform it within you. And yes, that's a challenge, But it's easily doable if you move out of your me identification. If you come out to your broader self, to your real self, the state of consciousness that I am more than this body and this ego and this self and the thoughts and the personality. I am more, and as more, I can hold this. I can handle this. And whatever it is the little me does not like about it, I'm going to change and transform within me by shining the light of my truth on it, by shining the light of my wisdom. And by my wisdom, I don't mean the egos. I mean the wider, let's say, the divine wisdom or universal wisdom or your soul's wisdom, right? That might be the next step. Your soul's wisdom onto that. The light of your soul's understanding and patience, because the soul understands why things are the way they are, presenting themselves to us in that situation. Our souls understand that. So move into that understanding, move into that perception, and there will be no resistance. There will be no fighting against anything, and no emotionality, no emotional reactivity then. And within that understanding, looking at it, shining the light on it, it gets transformed. And this transformed energy then, you send back out into the world. And this is how we individually counteract the explosive emotional energy that might be coming up or will be coming up during the next couple of weeks. And also the image that is presented to me with this scenario is a jungle where I see a little pathway, and then there's another little pathway, but there's loads of bushes, and you kind of have to really make your way through this with a bush knife or whatever. And that's on one side, all these little pathways, and there's somebody walking on it, or maybe two people walking on one, but that's it. And then on the other side, there is this broad path with lots and lots of people on it. Very even, very wide. But if you walk in the masses, you can't really see beyond the head in front of you, or the back of the head in front of you. So this is on the other side, and then there are these little pathways through the jungle, and it's uncomfortable, and it can be lonely, perceived, right? But you can see the others on their path. So this means that the invitation is to walk your path, to find your way, and not to swim with the masses where you don't know where you're going, because the senses really they don't know where they're going. And that's not a judgment, it's just a sense. So the invitation is walk your little path. And there are others who are going to do that, and you can see them and wave at them, and you can even sit at nighttime together by a campfire and talk about your little path and how it was for you during the day walking it, what you discovered, what you encountered, how you felt. You can talk about your experiences, you can share, and then you continue the next day, each one on their path. So that was the other image that I saw for the next few weeks, this follow your own path. It does not have to be the making of what most people are experiencing. It doesn't have to fall into the same experience line. You're free to choose your own experiences. And trust me, they will be completely different to what is happening on that huge, broad path, walkway. So different. But this also means, and this is an image for the realities, your reality in that jungle going through, the trees and the everything, stones, and will be so different to the majority of what people experience and how they view it, because they can't even see the trees because there's just people there, and they just hear the chatter of people's opinions and what they voice, what they talk about, what they're preoccupied with. They can't hear what you hear. The animals, the birds, the leaves on the trees, the raindrops, they cannot hear it. And again, there's no judgment, and there's no right or wrong, or no better or no worse. But if you want to create your own life every single day, you have to do it your way. And your way is a pathway. Your way is a specific way that you create, that you literally clear for yourself, step by step by step as you go. It doesn't mean you cannot visit over there every now and then, check in with them, see how they're doing. There might be people there, There might possibly, well, the likelihood is very, very great that you do know quite a few people who are over there. And you can check in with them, and you can support them without judgment, without feeling superior. But then you might realize, right, that was fine for a little while. Now I'm going to hop back onto my way. And maybe you might have learned something swimming with the masses. And you take it back, and then you evaluate what is in alignment with me and what isn't, again without judgment. And you continue your path. So this is what I can share with you for October. The emotional calmness, to keep that and to stay within you, taking what you see outside, whatever it is that might not be in alignment with you, taking it in, transforming it, and then releasing it with the transformed energy out there. And this walk your own path, create your own life, stay with yourself and not with the outside world. It doesn't be removed. You're still in the same jungle. You're not hiding on some cloud waiting till everything is over and you sing with your harp again in the next life. You're actually in the jungle doing it, doing life, living life, mingling, dipping your toes in here and there. But you create your own experiences the way you create your own experiences. And we can do this consciously or unconsciously, but we're doing it all the time. All the time. So let's do it more consciously for the coming weeks. Well, always, but especially now. Let's start with this for the coming weeks. Okay? Okay. I'm going to love you and leave you for today. And we'll talk again next time if you want.